I don't give a shit. I just pick whatever's available and what's dry.
I mean, have you trolled
Yes,
her?
I have. And she said, can you put it on a different plate, please?
So she triggered her.
She knows. Because the way it works, our plates are all stacked in the cupboard with the light ones on top and the dark ones beneath. Now, when I'm cooking, I use a lot of plates because I like move everything around. And everything's around.
Sorry,
but I've gone through the first 6 light blue plates. They're all in the sink. They've all been used.
Now what's left is
the dark blue plates.
Ooh.
So she had to clean a light blue plate.
So she could eat
on a light blue plate because she wouldn't eat on a dark blue plate. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indian Doctor podcast. It's been a while since I've seen Doctor, because you may have picked up the last episode we did was right before Easter. And now we're here together in person 2 weeks later.
That's when I was...
We've had a nice little shorty. What's with the bunny ears?
I have been on holiday. So after...
Where did you go?
Where did I go? I guess you to Disneyland again.
Need to Disneyland jaunga.
Need to Paris jaunga.
That's it.
That's how old Punjabi songs sounded in the 1990s.
Need to Wonderland jaunga.
Need to Wonderland. Hey.
There you go. I'm telling you.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I remember that last one, man. I was like dying, man. I watched the recording back, and my voice is.
You were right though, to be fair.
No, I basically sound like you on a normal day.
That's not nice.
Just fact, innit?
That's not nice. It's 11:15 at night. It's not nice.
So, yeah, I'm wired, baby. I'm
good.
SLR, baby. मैं है ही गड्डी SLR. तू है ही baby mobile. मैं की कर सकता? Coke पी जा तू, है ना? Right. So yeah, we're in Disneyland. So it's essentially a surprise for my 2 nieces. Really funny. So we're obviously going to the airport. So they're like.
I just dropped my phone. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
So your phone
It's in a case.
Is your Coke okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
That's why I screwed the lid back on.
Okay. Right. So we're going to the airport. And they're like, well, why are we going to the airport?
Yeah.
They're clever. They're asking good questions. And we're like...
How old are they?
6 and 7.
Okay.
Or 5 and 6.
You may want to double check this.
Yeah. It's one of the 2. Yeah, I won't think about it now.
They're little.
But they're asking good quality questions. And it's like... So we're going to pick up auntie and uncle from India. So then the follow-up question. But why do you all have techniya? Good question. We're like, girls, they're moving to England. And unfortunately, they don't have anything. So we're all giving them clothes. That's the best we could come up with.
Look at you guys. That's the horrible... That is a pathetic... That is a pathetic joot.
So then we get to the airport. And we get through security. And at this point, pre-security, about to go to security, we go to the side and we do the signal like, okay, go and distract the girls, go and play with the bin or something, put something in the bin. And then we all distribute these, right?
Yeah.
So our Mickey is, and we get them on, and Dad's like, Paag bunni hui hai, Paag so Dad, just put it on the Paag. And then Mom's like, Mom starts putting it on the neck.
Oh, that's cute.
Anyway, so then they come back, and then, they're looking at it. They're like, oh. But it's not the reaction you think. Right? So then we're like, girls, do you know where we're going? Disneyland. They've got an accent. I don't know why I did the Disneyland. Disneyland, Master G. And then, but no excitement. Zero. And I'm filming this. Like, I've got the video for this.
You're hoping to get some like,
oh my God. It did happen. 10 minutes later. Like completely crazy, right? So, hence the ears. And it's a funny story, right? So we get through security. And I got a whole thing later on about the approach to Punjabi people going through security check-in, man.
No, we don't.
What?
We suck at it.
Yes, I'm saying. So I've got a whole story about it. Like, we have no strategy. I have strategy because, optimize.
Oh, your mic closer to
you.
Well done.
Right.
Well done.
So I have strategy because I'm optimized, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, there's some funny shit that always happens, man. Like when people go through it. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you later. A guy at work showed me something, this clip. From these one of the immigration TV shows.
Yeah.
UK border force style type thing of a Punjabi guy getting stopped.
Oh, I've seen this one.
What's in his bag?
The laddu.
No, bro, I'll tell you later.
Oh no, it's the drill, isn't it? It's the drill.
I am a carpenter.
It's Uncle trying to take a drill on the flight.
We'll talk about it later, man. But like, it's not even benefit of doubt. He was like, मेरे काम लिए मैं काम करना जाके उत्थे ना. मैं
All you
plane
gotta
fix
do
करना.
is go onto YouTube and type in
Mr. Singh.
Punjabi man or Mr. Singh caught at UK border, and they'll show you there. And the poor guy who's talking to him is trying his best to not crack up
And he's Asian.
because
so
he's
I think-
Asian.
Yeah.
So he's
That-
like,
that's
I
what-
understand why he's done this.
He's like,
Equally,
"Uncle-
I've got to act like you can't do this.
Uncle तुझी नहीं कर सकते इतना. Anyway, we get through security, and I'm getting my bag on the other side, and you've got that. Now there's quite a big, party of us, so I'm waiting for other people to come. There's bags being searched over here, other people, whatever. So there's a guy standing there. He just looks at me in it, like Dave type in it. Dave,
Yeah.
I really like your hat. So now I'm like, first I'm like, is he talking to me?
Huh.
Right, and then I'm like, are you calling my Patka hat?
Uh,
Right, well, I was ready. Like, I wasn't like fired up, like I'm going to start on the guy, but I was like, oh, this might be a bit of time for some education here.
Yeah.
I see Singh, Sadara, Patka karne, like, I had this whole spiel. And then this little voice in my head said, you're wearing Mickey Mouse's. He's obviously referring to the Mickey Mouse's. You need to de-escalate the situation.
You need to chill the fuck out,
Yeah,
man.
because I didn't say, at this point, he's said the thing and I'm thinking about what to say. And I'm like, yes, that's what I said. So then,
He's probably sitting there thinking, "Oh fuck," he thinks that I've said
Yeah,
something
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Yeah. So that was a whole like nearly became like a racist situation, but obviously it's not, and it's all built up in my head. I was like, yeah, going Disneyland with the kids, not my kids, but yeah. And that quickly could have got out of hand, but it didn't. And so that was good. All right, so then we get to Disneyland, right? And rides compared to, let's say, Alton Towers and let's say Drayton Manor.
They're not that fast.
Chalo, okay, yeah, fast is one thing. And this Disneyland compared to, say, like America is more
It's
catered
tame.
for... Yeah,
It's
this is for
tame.
little kids.
Yeah.
This isn't about adult rides. There's a few adult rides. I finally got to go in Space Mountain, which when I went in 2015 with Shindy, it was closed.
Messiah?
Yeah, it's called something else now. It's not the Space Jam one. It's like...
No, it's the Toy Story.
No,
Buzz
Toy Story.
Lightyear one.
No, it's not even that now. It's...
Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars. That's it. Star Wars. So that was good. There was an Avengers ride. Excellent on Avengers Campus. Best ride of the whole park.
But were you happy with the Space Mountain experience?
It was good. It was all in the dark though.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
No, but all three big
meant to feel
rides.
it.
All three big rides. The Avengers one, that one, and the turtle one, the Finding Nemo one in the other park.
Yeah.
All in the dark, and I'm like, it's good. I get it, but
It's all about the special effects though, and the lights. And
I don't know. We're not used
repurposing.
to that, are we? Like in the UK, everything's outside.
Yeah.
But I get it because if it's raining, you can have it inside.
Exactly.
Whatever. But here's the thing, man. Like the queue length's obviously long. You use the app and you look at how many the ride length. We didn't go for the fast tracks because we looked at it and we're like, cost wise, it's stupid, man. Like,
Yeah.
you can have the whole one for all the rides, but you don't need it for all the rides.
Yeah.
Or you can have like £18 per ride. I was like, mate, we're not paying £18 a ride.
Yeah.
So you just kind of looked at, it's 5 minutes here, let's go here, then here and here. But you get to it, you get on the ride, and then like the sail at the pirate ship. You know that when the pirate ship starts, like the initial swings is just all like whatever. When it gets to the big bit, that's the mazza bit.
Yeah.
And you want to have at least 5 or 6 good goes when you're on the maximum swing.
Yeah.
But to compare, like here, you get like 2 good goes of what
Yeah,
you
that's
really
it,
want.
done.
And then it stops, and I'm like, I get it, there's a lot of people here, but this is not value for ride time.
Ready for ride
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no value. And I was like, you go to Alton Towers, you go to Drayton Manor, you go to Thorpe Park.
So fucking Karen right now.
I know. It's so true. But no, it's true, man. Like,
How dare you deprive me of my ultimate happiness at the top?
I was like, at least, where's the mazza? You're beginning to get the mazza, and then they stop the mazza, and you're just left unmazzad. And I'm just like, sahi gal nahi hai, right? Because you wouldn't get that in the UK. So that's illegal, right? So then there were some rides where, so me and my brother-in-law party, we were like, chalo, the girls are going face painting or whatever, which,
We're gonna go on the real rides now.
No, we'll go on these other rides or whatever, and but we don't want to wait as well, the big, so we'll go in the single rider line. Have you ever been in a single rider line?
It's fucking fear.
Why?
Because you're sitting there and you're thinking, who am I going to get put with? Am I going to be sat in the first row?
Right.
Am I going to be sat next to some random person? Are they going to try and hold my hand because they're scared? Like, you got to think of all these possibilities.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that kind of stuff.
I go deep in the murky waters, Karan. You should know this by now.
Yeah,
I think of all the possibilities.
That is true. I had no expectation apart from the fact that it was really short, like a 5-minute queue. We got on the ride. But here's where it got me. It's like when you go on a ride, say we're going on a ride, and it's a 2-seater ride, right? You're next to me, okay, I don't know, you might hold my hand if you get scared or whatever. But the thing is, because you know the person next to you, you kind of let loose.
Yeah.
As in, you go,
Oh, you're a bit like, I don't want to look like a bitch.
No. You just don't know how do you, like, who are you vibing with? There's no one to vibe with, right? So then you
Vibe for
don't,
yourself, man.
no, so you don't react. So you're like, I'm not going to go, or like hands in the air or whatever. You just, so I ended up going on this ride and I just sort of
You put your hands in your lap.
I just sort of sat there and I was like,
Changaya.
that's good, right?
Yeah.
Right? And they got off and I was like, it was good, but like, it was just weird.
You didn't have anyone to share it with. Is that your sentimental thing you're going with?
Yeah, it really hit me. I was like, oh, this is weird. I can't.
All successes in life must be shared with someone special to you. Bang, bang.
Indeed, drop in some
Only like, how many minutes in? 4 minutes in or something? 10 minutes in. Oh, sorry. 10 minutes in, bang, bang, done.
Bang, bang.
Dropped it.
So that was on the ride length, right? And single riding. Right, another thing happens. So we're in Paris, right? And
You went into Paris now.
Yeah. So this is...
Isn't it rioting? Isn't it on fire?
It's not. So we checked with our driver, the guy who did our transfers. We were like, look, is it safe to go? And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's all fine. But I felt like he was one of those guys who would just say that anyway. He's like, yeah, you got nothing.
He's like, yeah, just get in the fucking car.
Go on, here you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we end up going on the train, going to Paris. It's fine. Arc de Triomphe, Champs-Élysées, Eiffel Tower, Louvre. Doing inside Louvre, but we saw Louvre. And we're going past the Eiffel Tower now to go back to our train, to go back to our Airbnb. And there's this coach parked up. There's like the whole row of coaches, right? Shindy's dad, my dad, sees a Mr. Singh.
Oh, of course he did.
Right, who's clearly either the coach owner or the coach driver. And he's doing like, I don't know why, maybe this is like a Singh thing, yeah. But when you go to India, for example, and you have a driver who's a Singh as well, when they're waiting, one of the things they love to do is just do supply you of the car, whether it's outside cleaning or inside cleaning.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just love, like, they get the kapra and they just love cleaning.
Okay.
Just a pastime, right? I get it. I want to keep the car clean. So we saw him. He was inside dashboard of this big coach. He was just cleaning, right? So his nigga, his eyes, his vision was all focused on cleaning.
Yes, please elaborate on what that word was that you just
said. Nigga. Yeah. Nigga means vision.
Does it?
It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't mean...
I thought it means cold.
No, nigga. Nigga means warm.
I'm putting you in so many bad...
Yeah, but it's not cold. Nigga and nigga. Yeah. So these are not racist words. They're not the N word, which should not be used.
They're just Punjabi.
They're just Punjabi words, right?
We're so sorry, people.
No, it's not sorry. It's a Punjabi word, isn't it? It is what it is. It's not that other term. So the point is...
So his eyes are fixated on the dashboard.
He's cleaning, right? He's doing his job,
yes.
Right? But then Shindy's dad has noticed the Paag now. And we're in Paris. And so there is even more of a reason for dad to now...
He's like, I want to understand him. I want to see
what
has brought
connection.
You here today.
No, he needs the eyes, isn't it?
He needs
the
Singh nod.
He needs, yeah, exactly. So he's finding every
angle
and route to maneuver, right? So to do some movements, like point at things that he doesn't need to point at.
Yeah.
So he can, and then finally, it happens.
He locks eyes.
Right. I think, but the other thing was the other uncle. The sun was in his eyes, so he couldn't really see. So he was kind of like doing this, and Shindy's dad was just there, like massive beard, like
Haji,
like multiple, hello. And then finally he got the. It's always silent as well. It's just eyes closed. See the eyes closed.
I see.
Acknowledgement, and then dad's happy. He doesn't want to talk to him. He doesn't ask him about the country. It's not that he doesn't want to go and do the whole Maharaj Kathon. Dad's favorite word is Maharaj.
Why? He
just loves it. He's like Sasikaji Maharaj Kathon ya tusi.
Maharaj.
Yeah, his dad was called
Jesus. Everyone gets that accolade.
Like every Punjabi person he meets. So sometimes he says to me, he's like, Maharaj, sab theek hai?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so it's just this thing, isn't it, about the sing nod?
Yeah.
I do like it. I think it's a good sign of respect. I get it in the gym, or I'll do it with other people in the gym. Sometimes that'll lead to a conversation. It doesn't always lead to a conversation.
I lose my privileges with it because I don't wear my patka.
You confuse people.
I lose my privileges. It's quite bait that I am because I wear a garan, I got my daddy and I got my hair, but they're probably just not used to it. They're like, oh, I don't know.
No, but the thing is, a lot of people have man buns now, so...
Yeah, but not...
Do you know what I mean?
They don't look like me.
Yeah, like you look like one of those hippie guys, isn't it?
Not really.
Yeah, that's a bangle. Like, it might not be... Let me see, Kara. Oh, okay.
This is one of the this is one of the legit ones.
Blow.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. This is the one that you can melt down into a weapon.
You got iron.
This is one of those. This is the iron one. You go into the Barney in the beach and it rusts. Okay, it's one of those, and I got to come back and dip it in Coke overnight to get rid of the rusting.
I'll tell you what I saw today. A guy came in to see me, client, right? He had a kara.
Patient by.
No, he's a client. He's a client.
Acha.
Yeah, it's private work.
Acha.
Can't call them patients. Yeah, clients, right? He came in to see me. His kara had the word written in the Singh. And
Love
then
it.
Sikh.
Love it.
Like, you could read it, and I was just like, I was looking at it. I don't think I was.
Was it written in English?
Yeah, and I was just
Not in
like,
Punjabi.
no, and I was just like, fashion.
Is it his and hers? Like he had Singh, she had core.
Maybe, I don't know. But it was like, this is a fashion statement. Like, are you trying to tell people what you are because they might not know what you are? I don't know. It was just a bit confusing. It was just I couldn't stop looking at it. I was like,
Did you ask him?
no. It reminded me of. Do you remember that Just Rain video where you showed the clip of that guy who had a haircut but he had a kanda in the back of his head?
Yeah.
It was like one of those. I was like,
Yeah. I'm a bit confused. Yeah.
a bit confused on it. But I digress. Yeah. So you feel like you miss out on Singh Nod?
I've lost the signal privileges. There's one guy in the gym though. I see him every time.
Because he knows
He wears a bug. He's about your height, but he lifts heavy.
Yeah.
Like, and he's definitely not from here. Like, I see him and I'm like, I can tell you're
India?
Bindu.
Right.
And I'm like, but I don't want to talk to you because I've got this like image of you built in my head. So like I see him, we do the signal, we do a little fist bump and we leave each other alone. That's it.
Sorry,
There's no speaking. There's no
don't want to
gala.
speak to him
Because I built this image of where he's from and who he is in my head.
Oh, and if that's not correct,
That's probably not correct.
but if it's not correct, that will shatter that.
Yeah,
and
or shatter the hopes and dreams that I've got in my head for him. I'm like, oh, he's probably smashing life or something. Or maybe
so you don't want to know he's smashing life.
Yeah, because in my head, I think he
You're
is.
better
But if
than
he
him.
isn't living up to the expectation I built for him, then all of a sudden, we're off to a rocky start now, aren't we?
But you wouldn't tell him that. You wouldn't think, this is what I think about you. I have dreams about you, and this is how you
I
are.
don't have dreams
But you're
about him.
not-
Fucking hell, chill, bro.
And this is and this you lift this, and then you lift me, and then I get really happy.
No. He lifts heavy, man. This kid he's on it. He's on it.
On steroids.
No, he's just
just
on
a-
lifting, man. He's
Natural.
very good.
There you come.
100% natural.
Banj Bronte.
100% natural. Bunch brought it.
Oh,
That kind of thing, man.
funniest comment someone said to me. Yeah, I was I can't remember who I was with. I was with someone who speaks a lot of Punjabi as well, and we were walking past, and it was like a billboard, and basically there was like really like two attractive women. One was really really skinny, and one had like more curves. He goes, "Aha, ek paronta khandi hai, aap panj paronta khandi hai." And I was like, this is lit, man. This is so gold. Ek panj paronta khana li hai, tahi takdi hai. It was so good.
Okay.
I don't know what Shindy's doing.
I don't know what she's doing.
Doing the snake dance? Doing more than or something? You okay?
Are you trying to walk
can't-
past the
you can't-
camera?
Why do you need to
You know
do
what? If you just want to walk past it, just walk past it. It's fine.
that? Okay.
Are you
fine.
sitting on the floor? I feel like I'm talking to a kid right now.
Beggy, Gwinny.
Story time.
Story time. So,
Okay. Yeah, I lost my privileges. Sorry.
so you
Continue.
don't- So you don't get the Singh nod
Yeah.
anymore. You got this special connection with the Singh, but you don't want
That's
to.
it, boss. I don't want to breach that.
But you have weird fantasies about him.
I don't have fantasies
No,
about him.
no.
I've just got an image of who he is in my head. That's it. I don't want to
That
tarnish
is
it.
the definition of fantasy. Okay, that's what fantasy
It's
is.
not really.
That
Not
is
really.
you have a preconceived conception of what he is, and you don't want to
I
challenge
feel like, you know what? He's doing well in life. He doesn't need me to talk to him. Also, I feel like
I don't know how
feel
you're
like-
wording this shit. You basically, I don't want to talk to him. Just say that.
No, I do, but equally I don't.
No, you don't.
Equally I do, but I don't. It's one of those. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm in trouble.
Big trouble.
I spilled the Coke on the floor because my phone dropped and hit it and wiped it out.
And to be fair, I
For
did
15
say
minutes. You know what? Okay, it's this screw-on lid.
blame the lid,
No, because the lid's not a full cap off, cap on. It's like a little attachment
except
thing. It attaches off like this.
your
I accept
wrongdoing-
responsibility for my actions.
your wrongdoings. Yes,
I accept that.
and your friendship has now been suspended.
It's all right. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Could be worse. Could be worse. Anyway, continuing on with the conversation. Rewind away from the Singh. So your dad finally got the nod.
He got the nod. We moved on, but he needed.
Did he
that.
talk to him?
No.
Oh, he just wanted an
Because
honest.
sometimes dad does want to have the conversation. Dad does like having conversations with
Okay.
random people and get into the backstory.
Yes.
For example, we were sitting Manchester Airport, post security, pre duty free, having snacks and stuff, and dad just found a friend. There was a guy going back to Pakistan to celebrate Eid, and dad worked out that he was basically Punjabi,
Lovely.
and they just had a Maharaj. Punjabi conversation.
Even better.
There we go. So yeah, those are my confessions of a brown Monday.
Fantastic. So
Good
all in
us.
all, good trip.
All in all, excellent trip. I don't know how the kids managed it.
What was your
even though
highlight?
The days were long.
Wait, you were there for how many days in Disneyland?
2.
2 days in Disneyland.
Fireworks at 11 p.m.
Did you see them?
Yeah.
Did the kids await for them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and you're doing a full day. I'll tell you what's a con: the food. Right.
Is it crap?
Basically, any of the fast food places, they're all different restaurants, but the food comes from the same place.
Yeah, it's the same
packaging's all
food, yeah.
the same, right?
It's just branding.
Well, branding. So my advice, if you're ever going again, so where we stayed, which is about 10-15 minute walk from Disneyland Paris, there was a beautiful patisserie bakery on the corner, La Tellier. And just basically, if you're going to eat out once a day, dinners are fine. But we the second day we took fresh baguettes that we had made, like cheese salad baguettes or whatever, chicken baguettes, and it's perfect.
That was your fucking fantasy of a meal deal. That was the closest thing you're
Yeah,
going to get to.
exactly.
That's it.
Yeah,
I know you too well. Garen's like, I got my meal deal, baby.
Meal
Yeah,
deal
what a
was
great
so-
day.
Exactly, man. Like,
Keep everything efficient. We can walk and eat at the same time. No one gets to sit and rest. Straight into the next ride. I know exactly how you're thinking. Look at him. Look at his face. He's so happy. He's like,
He's
God,
not
he
there,
knows
but
me
he's
so
there.
well.
just don't waste money, guys.
That's
on
it.
eating that crap,
Or
man.
time.
Yeah,
Or
time.
energy. Or anything, really.
Or enjoyment, or fun. Clearly, don't waste any of that.
Oh, God. Who needs
So yeah,
that?
great trip, mate. Great.
Fantastic. I'm glad you had a good time.
So-
I'm glad you're back.
That's Mitran.
So
Mm.
I have to read this on my phone because it's really complicated. Okay. There are stipulations to how this confession works.
Stipulations to how the confession.
I learned so much about Sanj this week.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
And you've known her for a long time.
I've known her for a long time,
This is
but
interesting.
this got taken up a notch. So I know Sanj has breakfast and dinner in different ways.
Okay, but
She will have-
she has different things.
We have 2 color plates at the flat because they're both from IKEA,
Yep,
right?
I've
We have
seen
light
that.
blue plates and dark blue plates.
Yes.
And dark blue plates and light blue bulbs.
Yes.
She will only have, and I have to read this.
Oh, this is the.
She will only have breakfast in a dark blue bowl
dark blue bowl.
because it looks better with the colors of the food being eaten.
Weetabix.
Weetabix.
Weetabix is a darkish brown color.
The
dark
white milk,
blue,
the dark blue bowl. It looks better.
aesthetically pleasing
Aesthetically
compared
pleasing.
to having in the light blue bowl.
Okay.
Right.
She will only have lunch and dinner in the light blue bowls or plates because the food also looks better on those plates.
Give me a sample menu for her lunch and dinner
Let's
I can
say she'll
visualize
have eggs and toast.
for lunch.
Lunch or dinner.
How are the eggs done?
It's the same thing. Scrambled eggs or like sunny side eggs.
Right. And dinner would be?
Let's say chicken and rice or something.
Sandra work mainly from home.
Sorry?
Does she work mainly?
Not
from
mainly. There is a mix, but
There's a mix. Okay.
but those are
the days. For
those
example.
are her hard and fast rules. Like you can't serve her food on a dark blue plate in lunch or dinner. She will get upset at you.
And if you went to a restaurant and is given that, in such a
So
way?
she said in restaurants they have light color plates because it makes the food look better. For example, they always serve food on a white plate.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
That's her justification for it.
Have you tried mixing this up?
I don't give a shit. I just pick whatever's available and
Have
what's
you-
dry.
I mean, have you trolled
Yes,
her?
I have. And she said, can you put it on a different plate, please?
So she triggered her.
She knows.
How did you observe this? Did you know this for a long time, or did you
Because
just?
the way it works, our plates are all stacked in the cupboard with the light ones on top and the dark ones beneath. Now, when I'm cooking, I use a lot of plates because I like move everything around.
and just
Yeah, everything's are out.
Sorry,
But I've gone through the first 6 light blue plates. They're all in the sink. They've all been
now
used.
what's left is.
The dark blue plates.
Ooh.
So she had to clean a light blue plate
So she could eat
to
on it.
eat on a light blue plate because she wouldn't eat on a dark blue plate.
And this is how you found out.
No, this is how I found out how far it went. I knew that this was there, but I never got into the nitty gritty. I just thought, oh, that's how she is. But I didn't think it was that extreme. So far that she would fish out the plate, clean it, and then eat off that plate.
How did that make you feel?
Made me think that I've married someone with an unbelievably high level of OCD that I was not aware of before I entered into this marriage agreement.
Contract. It wasn't in the contract, was it?
It wasn't in my
You didn't
contract.
stipulate. I think you may need to, those clauses you had about hand holding.
Yes.
Famous hand-holding
Yes.
clauses. Why don't you share the audience what your hand-holding clauses
So what
were?
happened was, guys, when I did my engagement with Sanj, I showed up to her with a contract of things that she should
That's
honor
how you do it.
with how the wedding was going to go and
Hey,
how life after marriage was going to go.
That's right.
And she didn't think I was going to do this. She kept saying to me, "You're not going to do that." And I said, "Yeah, I won't." But in my head, I scouted out my cousin in Canada, and she's a lawyer. So I said, "Can you give me a whole thing, everything perfect?" She wrote it out for me as if it was like UK law.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I got her to read out everything on the engagement, and she was really shocked. Like, her face was a picture.
Right.
And I tried to put it on the table, and I tried to get her to sign it, but she wouldn't do it. But it was funny anyway. And in there, I said something like, we will enter one date night a month, and in that date night a month, I will make eye contact with her if I should so please.
That was the way.
Or holding hands will be permitted if Indy deems it suitable. That's it, done. And she was reading this like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah."
That's all that. You know, like
real.
when you have a boxing match, right?
That's it.
But you have A side and a B side. Indy's like, you don't know that. You know that, right?
Then what?
A side, B side.
A side, B side of what?
Right. So say Tyson Fury
Yeah.
is fighting a new up and coming challenger.
Right.
Right. He's a champ. He's got all the clout. He's the A side. He takes a bigger portion of the purse. He can decide venue, the percentages, when he's doing his ring entry.
Okay.
A side, B side, right? So basically, you turning up there is based on the A side. This is the contract. These are my terms and conditions. That's basically what you're
Big man.
saying. Big man. That's basically what you're saying.
That's the best way of saying it. Yeah.
Dekh.
But I didn't realize that it went to this extreme with her OCD. So I feel like I learned something new about my wife.
I feel like,
week.
correct me if I'm wrong though, when we leave your flat to go and have fun in Central and stuff, don't you have a weird OCD about door locking or the number of times you check?
I don't. She does.
Is that something at all?
No, she will go back and double check that everything is locked, even though I've said I've checked everything's locked.
Oh, maybe I was thinking about something.
She won't take my word for it. She'll go back and like,
But that makes sense.
kitch.
That makes sense.
Why? I've checked.
I mean,
it all.
you said the Coke was fine, and the Coke obviously wasn't fine. I mean, why would I take your word
on,
for
man. Why are you bringing up new shit for?
it?
Why are you bringing up new shit for? Let it go. I got caught in 4K.
Salah. Right, hold.
The other one is me and Sandra taking up a game of scaring the other one in the gym. So when
Sorry,
you're
what?
working out in the gym,
This doesn't sound safe. This sounds quite dangerous.
it kind of is. So we agreed to sneak up on the other person in the gym
Well, they got the weight above the head.
while they're like doing a workout, and you gotta like.
Sorry, not mid rep though.
No, it was a little bit of mid rep somewhere through. Yeah.
You guys both got death wish. Like, yeah.
So you'll go up to them and you won't go boo, but you're like, they'll catch you in your periphery, and you'll be like,
Oh God.
just waving.
Show the
background.
camera the face. You do the creep. You basically do your creepy smile.
So does she.
What's Sanji's creepy smile? I feel like Sanji's creepy smile is more innocent than your creepy
She
smile.
caught me out big time because you know when you're on the cable machines.
Just to clarify as well, as in you've both gone to the gym together, so
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
you're both there.
Yeah.
Oh, then you don't work out together.
She
Oh, this
doesn't
is-
like working out with me.
This is news to me. I mean, I'm very open about this.
She doesn't like.
I can't
working
have
out
Shindy
with
in the
me.
gym at the same. I can't have that.
I've tried to, and she did it once, and she said, "Indy, I can't feel my legs after," so she never came back.
Oh, as in you went full PT mode with her.
No, I just did leg press. She's never done leg press in her life, and then she's never wanted to do it again since.
Just you go to the gym same time, and then
And
you
we
just
go our
part
separate
ways,
ways. That's
and
it.
then you meet at the end.
Yeah.
But now you creep up on each other. So
Now it's like a little. Can you surprise the other one when you're there?
you're
Kind
not
of
really
thing.
working out anymore, either of you.
No, I am.
I don't think so. think
I
you're just
am.
working
It's
out
like
ways to
when you're
creep up.
walking from one side of the gym to the other, or like up and down on the two levels. You have to, yeah. When you're walking up and down on the two levels,
Yeah, bro.
you have to
Like
obviously
lyrical,
move
man.
in between each type of machine. So as you
Right.
do so, you try and catch the other person. Be like, oh,
You
can I try and surprise them?
Sniper.
What she was doing was I was doing hip thrust. Yeah, on
You
the
do what,
floor.
sorry?
I was doing the hip
Do you
thrust.
want
on the floor.
to show the
The
audience?
hip thrust. The hip
What's
thrust.
hip thrust?
Huh?
Did you wear the
It's
little
basically glute bridges. And no, I don't use that little
Band
bitch thing.
thing.
I don't use the
little
bitch,
band thing?
the bitch pad thing. No, I don't do that.
Is that the right thing to say? I don't think that's the right thing to say. Is it?
It is.
Is that what it's called?
Goran, the thing that I slate you for having on the back of your back.
Yeah,
For
correct.
squatting.
Yeah, which I don't use anymore.
Thank
We
you,
talked about
because was it because I flipping trolled you so hard in this podcast that you chose to not do it
Should
anymore?
you call it that?
Huh?
Should you call it that?
What's it actually called?
I don't know, but that's not a nice thing to say.
Okay, sorry. It's called a pad.
I think you should apologize to everyone listening.
No, it's a pad, right? It's a pad.
Right.
I don't wear that or anything, but I was doing it, and naturally, I'm looking at my plane of motion going up and down
Why do you do hip thrust, sorry?
for my lower back.
Your blow back or your bum?
It's for my lower back because your lower back is connected to your bum. But I do it to warm myself up for the rest of the sets when I'm going to go and do squats or something heavier because it gets everything
if I'm
going.
honest, I've never seen a guy do that. All I see is women.
Mate, I see loads of guys do
I
it.
see loads of women doing it because they want big bums.
It depends
The
on where
only
you go,
exercise
man.
I see is women.
Depends
do
on where
that.
you go, man. It's a good warm up though. So
okay.
I did that and I'm going in the same plane of motion and I look up and she's there waving over me and I was like, oh fuck.
That's pretty scary.
Dara, full
And
dara,
then the bar falls down and you're like, oh.
full dara, everything, man.
That
Shook
was
me
more
up.
complete.
So this is turning into a bit of a dangerous game that we're playing. The other time she caught me was we're on the cable. I'm on the cable machine and bicep curling, right?
Oh, like
Single,
single,
like
yeah,
single pull here.
There you go.
Because it's by a staircase, but there's a gap between the staircase and the machine, so you can sneak up on there and look through the crevasse, and someone won't realize you're there.
Crevice or crevasse?
Crevasse, you know the little gaps.
Crevice.
Crevasse, whatever.
You know French, but you know.
Crevasse. So she was standing in the gap.
Yeah.
And she was there, like kind of hidden. It's a little bit dark. The
And
lighting
watching,
isn't
like,
there.
Joker.
And she did the whole, and I was like,
Creepy ass.
she caught me. She's so good at it.
Being
don't
creepy.
think. Yeah,
My wife is good at being creepy. Say
I
it.
don't think that
Say
I
it.
can. My wife is good at being creepy in the gym.
That's it.
Only creeping on me though. Only creeping on me. I gotta make that clear.
Ain't no pervert.
Ain't no perving. It's all for me.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੀ ਆਂਦੀ
It's all for me. Ain't for no one else.
ਲਾਈਕ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੂੰ
It's for me.
ਕਹਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਰਦਾ
I love it.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ. I love it. So there we go. Those are my two little confessions. They're not major. I just found the plate one blew me away. And since you're her twin, can you sort of tell me if this is normal behavior?
I'm thinking, do I have a favorite plate to eat on?
Shindy, does he have a favorite plate to eat on?
I have preferred plates. I don't have a favorite plate.
What?
The beige one. I like the beige one.
Beige one.
Yeah, I've got a beige plate I really like eating off. Drink wise now, I use a little Nicky. Basically, it was a dessert pot that we've kept as a cup now, but I like it because it
We rationed your portions.
Yeah, of juice and fizzy drinks. Barney's fine in a big pint glass or whatever, but yeah, I stick to that now. Yeah, that's all I can say. I can understand her logic. She likes consistency. There is order, and she must maintain order. If there's not order, there's chaos. I understand that.
To that extreme?
That's her. She does it. She has the same breakfast. She has the dudu, which I didn't tell her I'm trialing lactose-free milk now. It's actually really good. I've got some protein cereal.
Fucking hell, you two are the same person, man. This is uncanny.
Uncanny. And you were like Shindy until you dropped the Coke on the floor.
Yeah,
So,
but you know,
yeah.
sometimes you gotta change it up a little bit.
I don't know what that is, mate.
And
I
that change.
I like your
Same.
t-shirt.
Thank you. I like my t-shirt too. That's why I bought it.
Sanj feels that you look very well built in this t-shirt.
Thank you. I don't feel the same, but
You
thank
don't feel the same.
No. I never feel like I'm ever gonna have like a decent body, regardless of what happens.
Why so?
I'm always gonna feel inadequate. Have you seen the size of my brother?
Yeah, so that was my next point. I was like, Bali can give you tips, man, and
No.
getting big.
I feel like even if I did, I still wouldn't be enough. I know that about myself.
For
I'm
who?
self-aware.
For who?
Huh? That's the thing.
You
I
only
don't
compete
know.
with yourself, bro. You don't compete with anyone
Oh,
else.
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
It
Jordan
doesn't-
and
it doesn't
Nikia,
work
you
like
know
that.
this, man.
Doesn't
You
work like
against
that for
you
me.
against you.
Doesn't work. Like
So who
that
you
for me.
competing with?
Huh?
Who you competing with?
No one at the moment.
So then why are you feeling inadequate?
No. At the moment, I'm okay
Because there's no competition.
because I'm not striving for anything big towards it at the moment. I'm like, yeah, I'm still going consistently. I'm keeping myself ticking over. I've got other priorities at the
You're talking about
moment.
gym.
Fitness is taking like a bit of
Okay.
a bit of a backseat because I've got other shit to worry about.
Fine. Yeah.
Fine. I'm still doing it. But if I took it seriously, fine. I still don't feel like, regardless of how good I looked, I'd still find inadequacies that I would obsess over. I have that kind of personality.
That is not good.
I know.
You need to look into that.
Yes.
I'm not the best person to help you look into that.
I know you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We'll just leave that there.
Thank you. That's so unhelpful.
Free therapy, not done here.
Not even free therapy. Give me some tips.
No, I'd have to go deeper into that. I'd have to understand what where you're seeking validation from, because ultimately you're either trying to look a certain way for someone, and that person in your life, presumably is Sanj, right? That's a meaningful person, the person you live with, you do things for her, or it's whatever your self-image is, and regardless of how big or small you are. So when you were, lean, super lean, or when you go muscly, you should still be happy. It's just a different version of you. There's no end game here. The end game is, am I better than yesterday? Whatever you use as a reference or marker point for better.
Yes, that
whatever
would be
better
nice.
means. Right?
Yes.
It's you versus you, man.
Yes.
But in a world where comparison is so easy and at the tip of our fingers,
I know
even
that.
if we think we're not comparing, we do.
Yeah, but I don't look at...
No, that's what I'm saying.
My explore page on Instagram is not fitness.
Fine. But whatever your then preconceived notions of what it means to be buff and fit, whether that is part of, bully being, if you think that is the thing. But for his physique, his genetics, that's that. But for you, it's going to be slightly different. You're not trying to be your brother.
No, I'm not.
You
But
will never be
naturally,
your
it was the
brother
person I was around the most.
growing up. Yeah, and no, so naturally you hold him in that light, and that's okay. And that's a good thing. You aspire to certain things that, your brother is. That's fine. But you're never going to be him. You know that. He's never going to be you. That's okay. You got to be the best version of yourself. What's that J shit you think I always say to people? You can't be anything, but you can be everything you are.
What does that mean?
So it's like some people, they're like, oh, I'm going to basketball. You love basketball, right? You can practice basketball every day now for the rest of your life. You're not going to be LeBron James.
No.
So you can't be anything, but you can be everything you are. So it's that concept that Maslow had about self-actualization, which is what's my potential and how can I fulfill that? That's it. That's all we're here to do. It's what's my purpose? What's the best that I can be? How can I step into that? Once you get to that, that's the end game, bro. But it's getting clarity on what that version of you is. That's a constant process. That's your whole life. That's your legacy. That's the evolution. But as long as you're okay to the idea of that is a continuous process, and actually the goal isn't the destination, it's the journey you take. It's such a cliche thing, but having reflected on it in the last couple of years, the journey is the thing that you remember. The journey is where the memories are. When you attain something, so for example, my back's got a lot bigger now. I'm filling out blazers. These are things I wanted to do before I start the gym. Now I've hit that and it feels good. I have nice pictures. I can send it to my Jamie PT. I'm like, look, I'm filling out this blazer. I'm happy for a little while. It doesn't sustain me though. Now it's like, okay, what's next now? It's the micro, it's the continuous. You got to have progress equals happiness, not the attainment of goals. Progress. It's all about progress. But the progress has to be on such a micro level that is sustainable. You don't go 0 to 100. No one goes 0 to 100.
But I am a 0 to 100 kind of bundler,
You are.
I'm always cruising at like a 90.
With your thinking is 0 to 100. But the actual, your output, as in the measurable thing, is not 0 to 100. Right? You have one gym session, you're not going to come back with six-pack abs.
No, of course
your
not.
thinking goes 0 to 100. You go to places, these dark places.
Yeah. I go dark.
You go dark.
Deep in the
It's
murky
fine,
water.
But it's the recalibration of that. And just understanding that it's the micro, it's the day-to-day. It's the small things in life that compound over time that give you success. But have clarity on what that definition of success means to you. It can't be based on other people's definition of success. You'll never do that. It's like people that read books about other people's success. How are you going to get your own success? By reading about someone else's success. How are you going to read their story? Yeah, you'll pick up tips and things and it'll inspire you. But ultimately, your story is your story. You have to become the author of your own story. You get it?
Yes. I get it.
Okay.
I think for now, that took a turn.
Huh?
That took a turn.
That did take a turn.
It did take a turn.
Me wearing Mickey Mouse ears giving you therapy.
That's quite mad, actually. I never thought of that. Yeah,
what?
The Mickey Mouse ears. I just stopped looking at that and started just paying attention to what you were saying.
Okay.
It shows that regardless of anything you say, if it has substance behind it, you listen to it.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll take that on board. I'll be different next time.
Okay,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Next
And good night.
part. Okay, Karan. So I have one question for you this week. You have a few. I have one.
Many questions.
I've been seeing a few wedding videos for wedding season coming up. You see all these like DJs put out a little set.
Hey guys, this is DJ number 123, and we're gonna drop some sets for you today.
That's it. And the camera visuals and the little rotation aspect.
It's
And
the crane. The crane.
yeah,
isn't
the
it?
crane that hovers around and scoops up the bride and groom in the little smoky and stuff, right?
Oh, dry ice.
Yeah, and the smoke. And what I notice is the Dholis, when they play, I thought, let me just go down like a door loophole now. of like Beats by Lion and all these guys.
The guys that do the
Don't get me
sets.
wrong, they do a really good show.
The sets are good.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
However, have you noticed that
Have
when
you
they play the
noticed?
door,
Right.
it looks like they're humping the door?
Oh.
Because when they're
I
playing
know
the
what you
door,
mean. Sure,
they're doing the... They're like gyrating with it in front of them because they're trying to like the whole one,
with the beat.
two,
With the beat, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. And the pillar right here is demonstrating is. And I'm like, the door is doing this. Right? It's flapping about. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with the door, man? That poor door is about to fly off. Like it's literally hanging on by a thread with its satchel. It's just not holding on. It's like, yo, heart to jar, please. You're hurting me, bye. Right?
You're like, don't bang me so
Yeah,
hard.
it's pain. It's actual pain. And they're standing. Some of them stand on chairs,
You know, the most
and those chairs are not made for this occasion.
not chairs.
Some of those chairs are not made, and they look like they're about to collapse.
Speakers, they stand on the speaker blocks, don't they?
Or the speaker blocks are about to collapse through. But I just don't understand why they have to hump the door, man. The poor door, innit? Just be nice to it. And I'm not disregarding any of their talent. They're really talented. They're really fucking good. They put on a good show.
Yes.
But I just noticed it, and I thought, if I say this, they're never gonna unsee this visual. No one's ever gonna unsee this now, because that's all you're gonna think.
I know what you're on about. I think the other point is, you know, when you're at an event, a wedding, and they're performing this set, do you turn around and then start dancing to the door players, or do you continue with your own?
It's a bit
dance
confusing, isn't it? Because
It
how
is,
do you
isn't
do
it?
this? No, everyone just stands and watches them.
Yeah, but so we had this recently. Harvey was DJing, shout out Sound Control, and I made it a point not to do that. I was like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because the thing is, if it's like a 5-minute set, you can do that. But these guys are doing good 20, 30-minute set. It's weird just to stand there. Like, you're like, it's not a concert. And you don't do it when it's just the DJ playing. So I was like, nah, let's just turn around and start dancing. Continue dancing while they're playing the doll. I mean, when we grew up, if you had a DJ, you might have 2 doll players, one each side, but everyone just kind of ignored them.
Yeah.
It's only recently that doll has made a resurgence of there are actual sets.
Yeah, yeah.
And because there are more doll players now and they have like a mix rather than just playing to whatever.
They have like a full 30-minute set.
Or you make no. So it's like, yeah.
And they'll sometimes hit out like 3 gigs in a night.
Sure.
They'll clean up. They'll definitely run. Hey, man, all power to them. It's good.
Yeah, like I said, the quality of performance is good. It gets the crowd going. It's nice. Sorry. It's nice to get the people back on the dance floor. It's, you know, that's good. But no, I don't tend to dance with them. But the thing you're talking about is the aggressiveness with which they play the doll. That's what you're kind of alluding to,
It's
right?
mad.
I get it. It's to get that kind of rave-like thing going. And the thing is, I feel like the bits where they do what you're describing, it tends to be on the slow beats as well. The child beats. Where they
Yeah,
can
yeah,
really
still going.
go for it, innit? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think you can really give it some. And then when they do the change of the beat,
Yeah.
what do you call it? Rolls. When you
Yeah.
go,
Yeah. Yeah.
You change.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're just passionate. It's passion. It's giving it some. It's getting the people, gets the people going. You know?
Yeah.
It's I think it's just one of those things.
I just.
It wasn't the thing when we grew up though. I used to play
It
doors.
wasn't.
Do you play doors?
Yeah, I used to play
So we all
door,
played
door
door.
blasters, man. That was me. Gujarat.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
guy.
it.
Holly Hedge Road.
That's
Holly
it.
Hedge School, man. That
That's
was
where we
it.
had the lessons. Yeah.
Bus.
Everybody went there. Everybody knew.
Monday is 5:30.
Were you part of the Vasaki Nagar Kirtan
Yes, I
procession?
was. I did it
There-
twice.
There you go. I did it once. So I did the Walsall one as well.
There we go. I did it in a year when one of our Bangla mates did it, but I didn't know it was her or her me until years later.
Her.
Yeah,
Lady played it all.
yeah, it was a lady. I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay, it's fine. I know there were. I mean, he had a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
students and a lot of ladies. Okay. But back then, there was none of that swinging motion.
No.
It's quite hard to control at all, man. Like when you
Yeah, it
do
is. They're heavy as well, man.
Yeah. When you used to play door, were you a kind of over your body, or did you do the thing where the door's in front of you and you just had the strap on the front like this?
What do you mean?
How would you wear your doll?
Over one shoulder.
Yeah, right. But the newer, cooler style for like these other doll players
Right.
would be they put it just on the front, so it wouldn't even go around the back. You're just holding the whole doll.
Yeah, I saw that, but then it falls off.
Well, no, obviously it doesn't because I've seen these guys do it.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's a bit
But
awkward.
the traditional way that we learned was the fully over.
Yeah.
over the
just
top of
just to cover yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did it make you feel when you saw the What you?
I mean, I can never unsee it.
So you don't look now then.
No, I look away.
Is it over, Sanj?
I look away,
Sanj?
or I start laughing.
Sanj, is it gone now? I can't see it.
Karan, I start looking at Sanj. She starts looking at me, and I just start crying of laughter. And she's like, "Stop it, stop laughing!" But then she starts laughing.
You know what you should do?
Okay.
You should be that guy in it. You should do air toll in front of them.
What do you mean?
You should just yeah. Do the thing. Do the like that. No, it's a bit when when you change and they go.
It's this. Oh, I'm getting whiplash, man. You know, actually kind of
head. You got to move the head. You got to move the head, right? And then you go back.
Yeah, you go for it. It's a full body workout, man.
Yeah, you should do air ones next time.
Oh God,
just go up to him and just like.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm mocking him then.
You're getting the pump.
No, I'm not. I'm mocking him. Don't knock me up, man. They'll just whack that ball into me straight over when I'm not looking. Oh, it fell off.
You know when you were holding the dilly
yes.
side? Were you one of these guys or one of these guys?
No, I wasn't the Johnny Kelsey. I wasn't him.
Okay, you're not one of these.
Johnny Kelsey was like
some weird tech, isn't it?
Yeah, but his techers was sick though.
My brother-in-law does that as well.
But he came from a drumming background, so he held it as if it was a drumstick.
Did he? I didn't know.
That's why he would play with like. This is really technical. Sorry, guys. But this is like the way you would hold a diddly. You meant to hold it, if you can see on YouTube, you meant to hold it like this. So it's like a stick that goes like this, comes down there. He held it, stick coming out like this, and hit the side, which is very odd because he meant to hit from the top, but he was hitting from the side like that. Very interesting. But he had some sick tutorials on YouTube, man.
Did he?
Way back in the day.
Foundation.
Yeah, man. He was like one of the first pioneers of like putting out DAW tutorial videos of really hard beats.
He's gone to a lot of big shows.
Yeah.
All the international festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
So fair play, man.
That was it. That was my only question.
Okay. Right. Might as well start here.
What you got in your hand?
So, that is the question for you, isn't it? What is this called?
They're two diddlies. No, I'm joking. They're Salai.
Salai. Also known as barge.
Barge, yes. Why are they called two separate things?
Also known as gilli.
Gilli?
No, bro. It's not gilli, is it? It's not wet. This is you like earlier, isn't it? What's warm in Punjabi?
मैं कुछ नहीं कहना.
मैं कुछ नहीं कहना, कह दे.
गर्मी.
Okay, another word.
Heart.
Heart.
A heart.
Tatta. Your neighbor will use that word.
Yes, he will. Of course he will. My phone's just all over the place today,
What
isn't
is
it?
with you?
I don't know, man. I'm feeling a bit flustered. Anyway, carry on. I'll get the phone. Go on.
All right, get the phone. Oh, it's the Coke again, is it? The Coke's fine. Coke is closed. Indy's not fine. Indy's just all over the place. Right, so Baj, Salai, Gilli, Kakka, Gilli.
Oh, gilli. Okay.
Yeah, so three different Western things. Now, you've obviously seen both of these. We've got a long metal one here, and we've got the the more.
Well, one is safe for flights, and one isn't.
Uh,
The plastic one, Garan. You can't take that one on flights.
I've taken it.
So I've only managed to get the metal one
Yeah.
through customs in India.
No, just this.
No.
I've done the half version of this.
I've done the half version as well. I tried taking it. They're like, nope, it's a knife.
Through what? Your check-in luggage?
Yeah.
Sorry, your handheld.
Hand luggage, yeah.
Went through the machine. Last 5 years, no issue.
No luck for me.
No, it's all fine. What's your preference? Not
Obviously
flying.
metal.
We're not talking about flying.
Metal.
Why metal?
Huh?
Why metal?
It feels better. It doesn't bend.
The bending's important.
It doesn't bend. It feels nice as well. Like when you tuck it in and it's cold, you're like, gives you that nice momentary relief from bug trauma being too tight.
Okay, I didn't think about the coldness of it, but that's clearly important to you, Mr. Geography.
Yes.
It's just the firmness is important.
Yes.
Now, guys, if you don't know, the what's your preferred word for it? What do you like to call it?
Salai.
Right. So the salai has many functions. So I'll demonstrate one now. If the hair is coming out the back of the patka or the pug, that's one of the main places we get hair that comes out. You just run it in. And it's a good feeling when you do a retuck. You feel set again.
Yeah.
Right. Also, when you're tying certain style of pagans, so the style I tie Patiala Shahi, a lot of the cleanness of the lar is achieved actually. With
I do the same thing on my bug.
You do the
Same thing, at the end. Just to
The
get
runner.
it nice and clean, yeah.
Get the nice lines. A very handy It's not a weapon. It looks like a weapon, but I guess it could be used as a weapon, but it's not used for that function.
I wonder who came up with it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't
Like,
know
who
the
invented it,
history
man?
of the Salai.
Huh?
The history of the Salai, I don't know.
It should be lit.
Guys, ਤੁਸੀਂ research ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਦਿਓ ਨਾ. Very good. Here's a question for you then. So growing up.
Drop us a comment and tell us, please. Tell us your theories. Thank you.
Growing up, where would you
Store it.
Yeah.
So I used to store it at the back.
Oh, you're one of those guys. So guys, it's this. Imagine in a Paag and then you see the little bit at the bottom.
Yeah, the little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I had that.
Do you know what? When I used to see that as a kid, I see it like this is when I was a kid and had a patka and older people than me had pagga. And I'd see it and I was like, the slide's going into their brain. That's what
I never understood that
Do you know
angle.
what I mean? I was like, how is it going in? Because then I was like, okay, fine. It's obviously not going in the brain, but how is it not coming out the other side of the
Do you want to know
Paag?
how much I used to do it?
What do you mean?
I played basketball with that in my head, like tucked in, when I was in school.
Huh?
And no one clocked for years. Until
This
one
is a
time it
Paag
fell
Paag?
out. Yeah.
Paag?
No one clocked until it fell out once. Like, what's that? I was like, oh, it came out my head. And my coach was like, you fucking idiot. He said, if you fell on that,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Straight through.
yeah, sorry, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You're kind of right. Yeah.
I just never got it. So
Really?
explain that to me. So if it goes into the bug,
Yeah.
what angle do you put it in so it doesn't pop out like the kapra on the top so you don't see it?
You obviously have a much shorter one than the one you've got in your hand.
Okay, so fine. So one
So-
size, yeah.
Think of the plastic one you've got, same size.
Oh my God.
Tuck it in now, it fits.
I don't know where to put it in.
Just tuck it in there.
Man, you got no. I don't like
Come
it.
here, come
No,
here.
you're not putting
Come
it
here,
in.
man.
You're not putting it in.
Why?
No. You can do it later.
Relax, man. This ain't no dodgy gun lad. You're not
No,
putting
I know,
it in.
but
Chill.
it just doesn't, like, it's just going to stick out, man.
It doesn't.
Or do you do the whole, you leave it like that?
No.
What's wrong with that, TV?
Because you can't turn around now and show people. That's wrong.
Last
No,
samurai.
it's close. It's close to it.
I like.
If you do that, it's close.
Right.
Just tuck it in at like an angle. Just like that. Tuck it in like that.
No, see, that looks silly.
I swear to God, it's that.
Okay.
I swear to God, it's nothing more than that.
Why were you not a guy who put it in the pocket and then had it on the thing there? It's got a notch. What do you think this notch is for? Tell me.
I never used to put it in my pocket. If I had to, I put it in my blazer pocket
Yeah, that's
on
what
the
I mean.
inside. That's
But
it.
now, if you go to weddings, where do you keep it?
Pocket,
Your pocket.
Yeah.
Will you ever put it in, like, pocket here or jacket pocket?
jacket pocket, always.
Never had it in.
Or I'll give it to Sanj. Like put it in your, put it in your bag.
Parsi ch pa de.
Put it in your bag. Yeah.
Acha, ठीक है.
She understands the assignment.
She understands the assignment. There you go. So, guys, very important thing. Metal versus plastic. Both have two different uses. The plastic isn't as good, but it's mobile.
Why do you use the plastic ever?
Travel.
Really?
Yeah. And what you know the thing I do with plastic? I have my slides in very strategic positions. Yeah, bends.
Bends too much, man.
Yeah.
If you've got like more hair than me and you, this is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it
It's
at
got
all,
little,
man.
little sides here though. So like this is just a side piece.
Nah, this is still the best of the
No,
side
that
piece.
is that's the gold standard, right? And when I
Gold
went to-
standard.
when I
Ever had a
went-
gold one?
Huh? No, I don't believe in gold ones.
I had a gold plated one. It isn't not real gold, but like
You know, okay.
coloured in gold. It was nice. It was
I have a
nice.
really, really nice one of these that I stole from Qatar.
Nice.
And he knows I've stolen it. And I let him look at it. But he can't have it back. I might give it back to him on his wedding day.
That's nice
I
of you.
said to him, yeah. It's really nice. It's got like this bit is decorated here. It's just really, really nice.
I have one like that where it's got like a kirpan on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just took it.
Nice. Jord, nice.
George, yeah. So there you go. This is the gold standard. It's brilliant. To the point, like this one is actually from India when I went in February. And I went to the guy in the store and I was like,
Give me your biggest Salai.
yeah,
bhai.
bhai, what do you like?
Mhm.
Because you got the Nikki, I've got the half metal. I've got three versions of slides. I've got this, and then I've got this length in metal.
Yes.
And I've got the full metal. Then the full metal, so I have one that lives near my sink. I have one that lives in my car.
You got them spread out everywhere.
Everywhere. Every suit jacket pocket has a slide in there.
I've only got 3 and I have to look after them
I
very
have
closely.
multiple. If you would like some more, I can perhaps offer you an off-board deal. You offer me something.
I
I'll
like
offer
the
you
one that
something.
you got from Qatar, please.
That's Hey, damn. Right. So.
For those who don't understand why I'm drinking a Coke, it is 5 to 12 at night. So I'm trying to stay awake. Go on, continue.
So, you're approaching security at the airport. Now, we know this can be a stressful time for some families.
I'm waiting for my spontaneous stop and search.
Okay, there's that. We're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the bag, the clear bag, the laptop out, all these types of things, right? Now, you know that when your dechi or backpack, whatever, goes through the scanner,
Yes.
it has one or two routes when it comes out the other side. It'll either proceed in that lane and you can collect it, or it does the and it moves to the left
But that's only when it comes out. Yeah, yeah.
when it comes out. And then you're like, oh,
Oh, fuck. It's done.
then you got to wait. Because then there's a backlog of bags there. And then you got to, whose bag is this? It's my bag. It's mine.
You're going to get something
Right,
on
right.
arse now, mate.
Did you pack this yourself?
Yes.
Probably. Sorry. I don't know. When your wife and a kid does it. I don't know. Right? And you know what I find really funny, right?
They ask you that before they've opened the bag.
Yeah.
They're like, did you pack this yourself? You're like,
You know what they ask? Yeah. You know what they actually
I don't know
asking?
if I want to answer that question until I find out what's in the bag.
Yeah, poker face.
What's in the bag
I'm
first,
not
mate?
going to show you my hand. I don't know if it's my bag.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But what they're actually asking is not, did you pack this bag? They're the mark tiga.
Yeah.
That's what they're asking. Like these rules that have been around for a long time, and you still can't pack a bag properly. That's what they're basically saying. But I find really
They're like,
funny.
are you dumb?
You dizzy?
Are you thick?
Yeah, you can't pack a bag properly.
Yeah.
Can't follow instruction, right? Because you know what we said, can't follow instructions, right?
Yeah.
So what I find really funny is it's always the surprise.
Of
So let's just say Punjabi person, Hana. Now what's the liquid mils allowance?
50
100,
mils.
100 mils.
Oh, I just stick to 50.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 100 mils, that's the allowance, right? And then they'll
Is that
put,
per bottle or overall?
per bottle. And then they'll pull out this like 2-liter bottle of pani, right? And then the person will be like, "Huh? Mera pani? Aa kitthon aa
Where
gaya?
did this come from?
Main to nahi kitta." And it's always like this surprise, right? A couple of years ago, we were traveling and Dad was with us. We went to Rome, I think. And Dad went through and got flagged, got stopped. And they pulled out this bottle of shower gel. It was like a litre. Not a litre. No, it can't be a litre. Well,
500 mil. 500 mil
yeah,
shower
it
gel.
was big.
Radox blue.
it wasn't Radox. It was Lynx, I think.
Oh,
And
exquisite.
here's the thing that's funny. Well, here's the thing that I understand why he's done this. Basically, when Dad goes on his boys' holidays, what they do is they never have hand luggage. They get one big dechi and they put all the liquids
Stash
in
everything
there,
in there.
and they check it in.
Genius.
And they juttiyan. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And Dad then he says his backpack.
Yeah, they're smart.
But we're not like that. So we all have carry-on dechiyan. So this is like Dad hasn't done this in a long time. Anyway, so the lady's like, "Sir, aren't you aware that it's 100 mil?" And so Dad's like, "When was this law passed?" And she's like, "Sir, it's been the case for like 20 years." Right.
It happened like 2005, 6 kind of time.
It's post 9/11, isn't it?
No, it was post 9/11, but it was, they started trying to mix liquids on a flight
Yeah.
to create a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
And then they obviously had to cancel and change.
Yeah.
That's it. That happened about 2005, 6 or 7.
Okay.
Because I was on a flight from America back to England and they were banning anything being in your hand luggage at first because they were unsure. Then they eased a little bit saying, yeah, you can have your normal stuff in, but no liquids. Like no liquids. You couldn't do the 50 or 100, which is nothing. So yeah.
But yeah. So that was funny. Dad was like, "Oh, right, okay." But yeah, the genuine surprise when it's like, "I didn't know. Mainu kisi dasya nahi, hai na?" That's always funny. So what's your approach? What's your approaching security?
Right, so as soon as I'm there,
yeah, go on.
I know what's in my bag
Right.
in the right areas.
Right.
So I've got my EpiPens ready in like a clear bag.
So that's medicine.
Off the bat,
Yeah,
that's
fine.
done.
Yeah.
In there, I will have my antihistamines as well, just in case. And that's all I carry in that little clear bag in terms of liquids or anything. I don't have anything else.
So your stuff's it's already packed in the bag. You're not doing the.
That's all
packing of
packed in the bag, so I don't need another clear bag.
Yeah, fine. So yeah, when they're handing them out, you're not
Yeah.
taking it.
Then I've
And
got
it's
my
at the-
laptop.
It's at the top of your bag, ready to take out.
Yeah. Laptop, it's in a separate sleeve in the bag, so pull that out, smack it on the side. Ready, sorted, done. I'm efficient, I'm quick.
That's it. That's the way it should be, you know.
Yeah.
So, what I tell people now, and what I realize is, when you're packing to go to the airport, pack for security first. You can always re-jiggle and reshuffle post security.
Yeah.
So we have a bag within a bag. So within my Jan Sport will be a bag just of like laptop, liquids, and so it's just ready to be like, there you go, thank you. Jacket off, backpack off, shoes if and belt needed if required, and then we go for a random
One day
search.
when you have a kid, right, I'm going to sit here and think, How's he going to pack the kids' backpack when they're like 5 or 6?
You know the answer?
Yeah.
They won't have a backpack.
Seriously?
That's it.
You're going to be getting nagged every few minutes. Daddy, I want this, I want that.
Yeah. To which my job will be,
Gi.
you need to compete with yourself. You need to be the best version
Gi-
of yourself. Is this the
Gi
best version
chada.
of yourself?
Huh?
Speak to Indy.
What do you
Chacha.
want? Cha-cha, thank you.
It's all right. It sounds mussy, but you're Indy
No,
Chacha.
no. Both of us cha-cha-cha-chi.
Oh.
We're not bringing this back up.
Oh.
We're not bringing this back up.
Chassis. Remember chassis? We agreed this.
No. Cha-cha-cha-chi.
Oh, is it off the
I'm
table
not backing
again?
this down.
Oh.
My mum had a word with me earlier and she said,
Sorry.
Indeed.
Go on.
It's cha-cha-cha-chi.
Did she actually say
Gi?
you chatting it?
Swear to God.
Tell me what your mum said.
Mum said, in the vid, you are...
How did this come up?
You are...
How did this come up?
Because she listened to an episode
Right.
and she said, in the vid,
Yeah.
we as your family do listen to the podcast. Right? I said, okay, Mum, I didn't mean to say that. And she said, yeah, it's because there's not many of us who listen to it, but we do. I said, all right. And then she said, also, when Garan and Shindy have a kid,
Oh.
they will call you cha-cha-cha-chi. I'm putting my foot down on this. I said, all right, Mum, I'll pass on the message.
Oh, right. Okay. So how does Sanj feel about that?
Huh?
How does Sanj feel about
Haven't told her yet.
Haven't told her. Translation. I don't really care what she feels about
No,
it.
translation. I got told this before I came here today. I haven't even had a chance to tell her. I'll tell her.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
And I'll be like, this will be an interesting chat.
This is your title.
This is my title.
Take it or leave
Take
it.
it or leave it. Otherwise, we're not going to be allowed to have any association with that bot's life. So there we go. Putteri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Are you seriously not going to have your own backpack for your kid?
No, I will.
Okay.
They'll have a backpack, but obviously you can limit what's in there.
Funny thing is with kids in backpacks, I was with Sandra's nephew on the weekend and
Which one? Escones?
middle child.
Not Escones.
No, it is
Escones.
Escones. Yeah.
That's his name.
And I took him to the toilet and he had his backpack on.
Right.
And
Where
he
were
goes
you,
to the toilet. We're at the cinema.
Oh,
Yeah.
cinema, okay.
Goes to the toilet. He tries to go to the toilet, but he wants to sit on the toilet. So he whacks his backpack off, leaves it on the floor, goes to the toilet, comes out, washes his hands. He's leaving. I'm like,
Backpack.
have you forgot something? He's like, oh yeah, he puts it back on. He left it behind about 4 or 5 times throughout the course of the day. I had to keep on telling him, missing something? He's like, yeah. Just grabs it and carries on.
Solution. In the
So
future.
you had to kind of teach him to remember their backpack.
Yeah. So it's part of growing
Because
up.
kids are always thinking like, yeah, rush, which is cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So air tag it in the future. That's it.
Bus, that's it.
Done. Fine.
Done.
All right. Next thing. Following up on our infamous roti like this.
Oh, here we go.
Like this.
We're back here
There's
again.
more to the
We're
roti.
back at square one.
I'll tell you what, man. People come up to me now, had some more people at work, with more roti questions and ideas.
Like what?
Ready? Have you cooked first?
Thank you. No.
Have a swig.
You can say.
You need
can
to
say.
be ready. Have your swig. You need to focus. You can't multitask. We've already...
As we learned
established
earlier in the
this. Yeah,
podcast,
we
I cannot.
established
Yeah,
this.
sorry.
Okay,
Continue.
Right. Mum ne roti बनाई है.
Mum's made another roti. Yes.
Right. Fresh off the tawa.
Yes. Boiling hot.
Actually, yeah. Before I get into the question, what's your feeling on that?
Straight off the tawa.
Yeah.
She's trying to kill me, man.
Do you enjoy eating roti?
Burning. No, I want it a little bit cool. I want it to sit in the tolia a little bit, so it's like taking some of the steam. out of
Say
it.
you got roti in a dabba. You know
Yeah.
the roti dabba.
Yeah.
And the dabba comes to the table. Where are you taking that roti from?
I want to take out the middle.
Do you know what I mean? This
I
obsession.
don't want the one on
This
top.
obsession. Like, and
My
people-
dad is cheeky though. He'll go for the bottom one, Janaki.
Yeah,
go
exactly.
for the
No,
bottom one.
I'm that guy, man. I'm like CSK. It's like there's this obsession. Like, say I'm eating something, and it's like a microsecond cold. No. Nami roti khilao nu. Garam roti khilao nu. Fresh honi chahiye. I was like, it's fine. And the thing is, with the hot roti, you can't eat it.
No,
What's the
you
point? You're sitting there looking at it. You're like, it's not edible.
Yeah.
I'd rather have something I can eat now.
Yeah.
And this is also why Shindy gets onto me about this as well. It's like, say I'm warming up sabji, whether it's in the argo, the microwave, or in the pan or whatever.
Yeah.
I will do it for less time than she tells me. And she'll be like, oh, it's not warm enough. I was like, it's warm enough for me that I can consume the food now.
I'm
Right.
not going to die.
I don't want the smoke coming out of the sabji and I'm there like,
Doing the
so I
fuk,
can't eat
fuk,
it, the
fuk,
fuk, yeah? All right, so here's the question for you.
Yeah.
Tika, roti comes. Roti is too hot. You got no option for any roti. How you cooling that roti down? Give me the techers.
What do you mean?
How do you cool the roti down?
When it's too hot?
Yeah. There's a couple options here.
You just leave it out in the air,
Right,
man.
you leave it.
I have to leave it out.
Or
in
you
the
do
air.
the...
No.
Yeah.
That's with jar only, man.
No. Jar is when you go from cup to cup. But with the roti, because it's so hot, you can't hold it in your hand. You do from one hand to the other. You become this like little juggler. You're like, come on, slow down. Or the best technique I found is you make the hole.
Make the what?
The hole. You make a little tear in the roti, and then
And just let the heat escape.
right. So you see that come out, and the roti goes. You know, like because it comes out, and it's like a little fat thing. What?
They don't compress it down for you.
Okay, no, it's not a fat thing. You're right. It's fat when it's off the tawa. When it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes down. But
You have to puff it up.
You have to puff it
and
up.
you put it on.
Yeah. But it is flat.
I love
Sorry.
how we talk about this as if we've made it. I've never made a
I
roti
made
in my
roti
life.
first time.
Never made
No,
it.
listen, I made one a couple
When?
of days ago. So me and Shindy were in the kitchen, and I was like, "Do you know what? I want to."
You're like, you know what? I want to
wanna
feel
roll
like a
roti.
man today.
So
Yeah.
I rolled it. I'll show you a picture. Maybe we'll post it. We did mine versus Shindy's. It wasn't as round as Shindy's, but it wasn't bad. It's definitely like you could tell this is a circle shape, not perfect circle, but
It
circle
was an
shape.
oval.
It wasn't even oval.
It was an alien face.
It was a bit of alien face. It tasted good though. I made good roti,
Yeah.
so I was very proud of myself.
And did you puff it up
Yeah.
with the fingers?
No, use prongs.
Yeah. Good choice.
Prongs. But
The mums
I-
who can do that though are like casually. I'm like, yo,
tech, isn't it?
your fingers are just you got no feeling left.
Dead
There's
holy.
nothing there.
Dead
There's
holy.
just all
Nerves
nerve
नहीं
endings
है-
are gone.
Nerves
That's it.
नहीं है
Done.
होने,
Done.
Diabetes होगी from हाँ. But I have found the best technique to cool a roti is the hole. So you make the tear, you let the thing come out, and then you wait, and then it's edible. And then you have to sometimes you have to do big poo. But yeah, I'm not a fan of
Big what?
What?
Big what?
what is it?
You
Poop.
big poo poo.
Fuka?
Oh, I thought you said poo poo. I was like,
You don't do big poo in your roti.
fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah, you just cool the roti, you do poo in there, and
That's easy. Rap. Cow.
Wrap. ठीक है. The yeah, that's it. That's about the roti.
Just break it off.
You just
Let the heat evaporate.
Okay.
I'd just say to my mum, just give me the one that's like not too hot.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. And do you like chopporke or not chopporke?
What's that?
Butter, no butter.
Oh, butter. Yeah. But it has to be butter for me.
Huh?
So mum does this thing where she'll get 2 roti, huh?
Yeah, rub them together.
She'll put it in, she'll rub it together.
What's that called?
I don't know.
No, you know, you've termed it. What's it called? Do the
Rub.
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 Do the rub.
Right.
And then she'll just smack it on my plate and I'm like, okay, there you go. Cheers.
Yeah. But I often feel, and I know that, remember we talked about butter proportions for parathe. For rotiya, you need much, much less.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Because it just gets too much.
Yeah, it's just it's dirty.
Do you have butter in your dahi? Or sorry, not in your dahi. In your dal or sabji?
That's a good question. My dadi, if she's giving us dal, will like to do that. And same with saag. That big thing in the middle of the saag.
Yeah.
But
Necessary.
then it becomes like a little
Yes.
pond.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It forms
start
like
playing
a
with
little
it like,
lagoon.
"Ooh."
A little lagoon. Yeah. You play with it. It's like, you know, the middle of the Cadbury's cream egg. All one done that.
It's basically an anda if you think about it. It's like the anda, the egg
That's it.
yolk.
That's
You
it.
just
That's it. Yeah. That's a good. Yeah, that's exactly what it becomes. As I got older, I don't like that now. Though.
Yeah, because you know how bad it is for you. That's
well,
why.
it's probably that, but I just don't like looking at it. I'm like, no, that doesn't look nice. It's weird deal.
You
It's
sit
like
there
Malay.
and think,
It's like the whole Malay thing.
is
again.
this worth the sacrifice to my heart?
I don't want to dip it. I don't want to dip in that.
Yeah,
But no, I don't do it in dal. No.
I did it in dal. It was a good time. All right, last question.
Right. So you enter a social setting,
Love when this happens. Yeah.
Punjabi social setting.
Okay, maybe I don't love this too much.
Let me give you a fictitious one. You're at home. You've gone home, and Dad, CSK,
Has invited around his buddies.
loads of them, 10 plus, sitting in a circle.
Oh,
You've now entered that situation. What's the approach to the greeting?
You got to do the sassy.
Right. Well, okay. So yeah, you've got the one by one, hello ji, sat sri akal, and then little talk. Or do you do the sat sri akal, sareਆਂ ਨੂੰ?
I need to do that.
Huh?
I'm going to do that going forward now.
You know that?
That's it. You've revolutionized my life.
You love
Time
me, don't you?
efficiency. I don't have to go around shaking hands, get people flipping nut texture on their fingers on my hands or their
Shad hands.
smosse fingers. Come on, man. You saved me time. Wow.
That's what you did before.
Genius.
Individual. The
Yeah.
thing is, if you do the individual, what I find happens in that scenario is everyone else stops talking as well.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they
Because
focus
they're
on
just
your
sitting there watching you have a
Watching your
discussion.
individual interaction with one person, and then you feel like you don't want to be generic, so you have to have like pertinent conversation.
No, I don't
each
do that. I
interaction.
just do the sassy go. I don't have the conversation. I just do that and walk out. That's it, boss.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit there and have small talk with them. I don't have time. For
Okay, so in a scenario where you were going to sit down, so it's just whoever. In a scenario where you would sit down with people, then how would you change it?
I'd do the hi, and then I'd sit down and blend into the conversation and let them pick up from where they left off.
Fine. You wouldn't start having little conversations as you go along. Fine.
Rules of engagement, Karen.
Rules of engagement. Okay.
Don't make it about yourself.
Yeah, but you have walked in. Now, you know what's interesting? When you're young,
Yes.
that feels like such a...
You know what's
awkward-
interesting?
Go on.
How you keep moving further and further away from the mic every segment. It's actually really impressive. I don't know how you managed to do it.
I mean, I don't know. I have a gift. What can I say? So, when you're younger, though,
Daunting.
it's so scary. isn't it?
Anxiety.
It's so scary. Even if, say you're with your dad, right? And your dad meets an uncle and you have no idea who this uncle is. And dad will then say, come put the hello kehte. And
Yeah.
then you like just hide behind dad and you're like, Mani kehna.
Yeah.
Mani hello
Daddy,
kehna.
no.
Mani hello
Daddy.
kehna. And you just like kind of hide behind your dad. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, don't be shy.
Yeah.
And then the other uncle will always be really energetic. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hello, Punt, how are you?
Yeah, ठीक है
What are you?
then I chocolate them. But yeah, then as you're older, you're like, okay, it's daunting, but it's daunting in a different way now.
Yeah, because now you're going to be asked questions like, so when you're having a kid, when's this happening?
So the put the
Are you, when are you
No.
coming? When are you coming around to As for Roti?
Oh yeah. God.
Oh,
तू नहीं तू कदे आंदा ही नहीं हुन. This is the question. No, here's the phrase. तू कदे मिलदा ही नहीं हुन.
what does that mean?
You don't meet like the literal translation. तू मैंने मिलदा नहीं. You don't meet me anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like yeah, you don't see me anymore.
Why would I?
Right?
No, but I would say this. I'd be like, why would I? You're dad's friend.
Okay, no, but not in that scenario.
No, I would say that outright.
No, but not dad's friend. I'm saying like someone say rishtedar, not dad's friend as such, just rishtedar. Yeah, it'd be dad's friend like when Mildani and
Some of them say that, and I'm like, I don't know you that. I don't know you like that.
I'm like, मैं थोनू क्यों मिलूंगा?
I'm not tight with you like that.
Oh, how would you say it in Punjabi?
Huh?
What would you be in Punjabi there?
I'd say it back in English. I'm like, listen, uncle. No,
we don't. We're not on a level.
I'm like, you're dad's friend.
ਤੁਸੀਂ level.
It's fine.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ level. What's that Sidhu song?
Get it?
Level. How's it
Oh, I
go?
don't know, man.
You know what I'm
a big
about, right?
Sidhu
Levels,
fan.
isn't it? Level.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
Yeah,
Sidhu
yeah.
fan,
You
man.
just drop that to him. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ level ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ.
Yeah, I'm not on it.
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ podcast guest ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ.
Fucking hell! Imagine that. Jesus.
Just drop that.
Imagine being that stuck up your ass.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, you get some rishtedar who say that thing in it. तो इन्ना busy रहना.
Yes.
है ना? Busy रहना. This is the
Yes.
phrase. ਤੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ. ਜਦੋਂ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਖੇਲਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਤੂੰ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਹੀ
Yes,
ਨਹੀਂ.
yes, that is true.
Right,
But now I
you
have
feel-
responsibilities
Oh,
and
no,
career
it's-
ambitions.
It's like, what do you think I do all day? Like, ਮੈਂ ਘਰ ਵੇਲਣਾ ਦਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਮੈਂ like ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ
Well,
ਕਰਦਾ.
apparently you, yeah, definitely.
ਹੈ ਨਾ? And then you're like ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ Thursday ਮੈਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਨੀਚੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ question ਪੁੱਛੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਉੱਠਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਕੀ
Yeah.
ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਉੱਪਰ?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Pain.
why I don't ਮਿਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ.
Pain.
ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗਾਲਾਂ
Pain.
ਕੱਢੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ.
There's been no guests around our house ever since I
After that video, they've all watched that
There you
video,
go.
haven't they?
They're
They're
like,
like, oh, son
okay.
of... They have seen...
Not going to Kerapaji's house again.
Son of
That's it.
CSK is getting ready to act up as CSK.
Boss.
He's becoming...
Boss.
His hatang getting bigger now.
Potentially.
Potentially, man. Oh, God. Right, so practice that. How are you going to say Sasikal to everyone?
Hello, G. Sasikal, everybody. Okay, bye.
Everyone good? And then
Yeah.
you either sit down or you leave and exit.
Everyone good? I'm just going to go and help, and then I don't help, and then I just disappear.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
That's it.
You
I
see him
evaporate.
drive off to London.
I evaporate clean. I'm like, yep, gone.
That's it. Oh, okay, bye.
I love Irish goodbyes.
Yeah.
Because that is Irish goodbye. Just go away.
Oh, goodbye.
Leave. Don't say anything. Best thing is whenever you're out on a night out or if you're with people and you leave and they're on like a drunken level and you're sober, just leave.
No one cares.
No
They're not
one's
going
going
to
to
remember.
miss you.
They're not going to remember.
They're not going to remember.
They're not. Yeah.
And also, they're going to harass you to stay.
Go on, mate. Go on. Go on, Indy. Go on. Go on.
No,
come
stay.
on, come
Don't go.
on.
No. Chill.
don't
It's getting
ruin the
started, man.
night.
After this, we're going to head back to here and we're going to do this. And we're
And
going to do that. I'm like, I want
you're
my
like-
bed.
You're like, ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ bullshit ਕਹੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਕੁਛ
I want my
ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ
bed.
ਹੋਣਾ कुछ भी नहीं होना.
Got a long commute home.
Hmm.
I want my bed.
ठीक है.
And I got to go home and unwind myself
Me time.
for like about
You
10,
need-
15
right,
minutes
you need me
before
time,
bedtime.
right? I've been wanting more me time recently. Shindy just doesn't let me have it. Well, it's
Why?
not that she doesn't let me have it. She's jealous maybe of my me time. I don't know. She wants us time. I give her us time. Then she infringes on my me time. But I need me time. Remember that video I made? About men needing their own space when I was at the spa?
Yes.
Men need me time. Infamous. The infamous noise
Yep.
of the shindy. Right. Okay, I think that'll do for
Fair play.
questions.
Fair play, Karen. Thank you for that life hack.
Lovely.
How did you pick up on this life hack? Just to round it out?
I do it.
Yeah, but when was the first time you did it? Did you just think, what's the quickest way of dealing with this?
I was at, I'll tell you where it was. It was at a Bart Rishtadar's house. And I walked in, there's like 2 separate rooms, and the langar bit was about to be served. So it was after the part, everyone was talking. Whole room for ladies.
Yeah.
And I said, hello ji. Sareਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਮੱਥਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਟੇਕਣਾ. ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everyone was happy.
Done. They were like, oh, he's funny.
Yeah. I'm seen as a bit like the jester. So yeah.
Jasper, the jester.
Jasper the jester. Oh wow. ठीक है.
All right, next one. Cool. What is happening, Doctor? Why is that not on? Nikya?
You caught me out, man.
One job. One job.
एक काम है.
It's not even.
Oh my god.
Caught you out again.
Oh,
now I got to do the mental arithmetic in my head and figure this out.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
So amazing.
Cool, yeah.
Okay.
So cool.
Hey, I'm looking at you.
Karan.
ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਮੈਂ.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Hey,
We're not going
ਤੈਨੂੰ
back
ਦੇਖ
over this.
ਲਿਆ.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
ਨਿਗਾਹ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਓਏ.
Stop it, man.
ਤੇਰਾ ਲੌਂਗ ਬੱਚਾ.
Got no shame.
ਗਾਣਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਯਾਰ.
Stop being just rain. Thank you.
ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਤੀ.
That's
ਗੱਲ
it.
ਕਹਿਤੀ.
That's it.
ਜਸਮੀਤ ਭਾਜੀ.
Told you straight.
My
He's
boy.
back, you know.
He's my boy, yeah.
He's back.
ਮੇਰਾ friend ਹੈ.
मेरा friend है.
ਨੰਬਰ ਦਿਖਾਵਾਂ WhatsApp ਤੇ.
मेरा friend
ਮੇਰਾ
है.
friend ਹੈ. ਰੂਪਣੀ friend ਹੈ ਮੇਰਾ. When they came to Birmingham, I took them round. They know me. And then a couple of years later, I was at my daddy's house, and he rings me. It's like 2 years after I'd met him, 2-3 years. He's like, I'm here in England, in Birmingham. Let's go chill. So then we ended up going to Boring, took to Primark. He loved it. And people were stopping us. I remember like one girl was like, you're famous as well to me. I was like, am I? She's like, yeah, I've seen you in the videos. And I was like,
I wasn't in the videos.
yeah, I was like,
I just look like, I don't like all the brand one day.
exactly.
But yeah.
I was like, chalo, photo khichne aaj.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Then she went back and watched it. Was like, that's not Babu.
That's not Babu. Yeah, it's definitely not Babu. But yeah. Happy to see you just meet this coming back.
Very good.
So good.
So, Karan,
Andy.
Super Mario Brothers.
Right, the film.
Great film.
Really?
Loved
Ever
it. Loved it.
Watched it with the Escanos.
Yes.
Okay.
I watched it with Sandra's 2 nephews. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super cute. Super cute. How they were like fully engrossed in the film. And they made Bowser to be this really great like villain, but not too much of a villain to be scary. They made him a little bit lovable.
Interesting, because it's a kid's film.
Yeah.
So he's not evil.
No.
It's not dark.
But he is the villain in quotes. And I loved it. It had really good references for us being kids growing up with Super Mario and playing it on the N64. I just thought it was really well done. And big ratings and respect to everyone who made that film. The animation side of it as well. I feel like animation films are having a big comeback because they've got this whole really high quality graphics thing going on.
Right.
Because even the next bit, which is the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, that looks really, really good. And I watched the trailer about 4 or 5 times and I'm so excited for it. Just because it's animated and you can do so much more in there compared to what you can in a normal movie. It takes longer, I think, to make. But it's so well done. So I'm feeling animation films at the moment, honestly. I feel like they're having a big comeback and a big moment.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I recommend that you see it. I don't know if you're a big Mario person though.
Yeah, I had the SNES, Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely one of the games I used to play a lot. You know that noise when Mario used to jump? No. Remember that noise? That noise is like ingrained in my brain, man. So I played a lot of Super Mario, man. Yeah, thinking back to man, just
That and Mario Kart as well. But it's the newer Mario Kart is embedded well into that film.
Mario Kart, I didn't really play that. I mean, I played a little bit on the Game Boy Advance.
You need to come to the flat and we'll teach you Mario Kart.
Fine. That and the cooking game that
you have a great time, man.
The flat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do lots of things at the flat.
But we will do Mario Kart.
We'll do it. We'll do it after we shoot the other podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Next time.
Good. Have you seen John Wick 4?
No, I haven't watched 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, bro, you're not alive. Oh my god.
I need to watch
Some
it.
of Keanu's best work. I realized actually when I was in France recently, when you got to the Arc de Triomphe, there's obviously the roundabout there. That's where John Wick 4 part of it happens. I'm like, oh shit, I am here where it actually happened.
Yeah.
What was funny was in that part of the film, basically loads of people trying to kill him at this point.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm standing there and I'm like, bloody hell, all these cars are going around this massive roundabout. This is not a John Wick situation. I can't work out how to get to the middle of this thing. I was like, bloody, this is just crazy. I want to watch the Jordan film.
Yeah. I saw it.
When
it came out. I made sure that me and Sam
just came
went
out,
to go and see it. Yeah. I made sure that we saw it.
Convince this one that she needs to go and watch it. I want to go Tuesday.
It's a good document film. There's no action or anything. No, it's just historical. A great story.
Yeah, it's got a great cast.
It's a great story.
You got Ben Affleck,
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Chris Tucker. It's just so good.
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Who's Jordan's mom.
Yeah.
I think he's in there as well. The guy from Ozark, Jason Thingy.
I'm not good with actor names.
You know what about Ozark guy though?
Yeah.
The main guy.
Yeah.
He's in there, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yes,
I love
the
him.
main guy.
Jason something. He's a great actor.
See, I don't think of him as Ozark guy.
Yeah.
I think of him.
Arrested Development.
Huh?
Or Couples Retreat. No. Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, I think of him as Horrible Bosses 1 or 2.
Yeah. The thing is, most of his films are that genre until he did Ozark. And then you're like, yo, this guy can
act.
He can do it all, man. He can act. He's a great actor.
There was an episode of Flagrant that came out where he analysed just the film industry for the whole podcast. And he broke it down really well. So
he's on Flagrant?
No. The guys on Flagrant, they broke down the whole of like acting, how you break out of the mold of being a certain actor. Right. They broke down the Mario Kart thing. Sorry, the Mario film really well. I can't do it anywhere near as much justice, but they smashed it. And I listened to it and I thought, I've come away actually learning a little bit as to how you break out of a mold of being a certain actor of a certain archetype. So that was super cool. Definitely worth a listen if you want to give it a little try.
Okay.
But yeah, man, very impressed. You should watch Air when you do tell me. I'm not going to spoil it, but everyone should watch it, even if you don't like basketball or anything like that. It's based on the story of Michael Jordan, how he joined up with Nike and how from there he turned into this mega superstar, but also what a ripple effect it had across the rest of the industry for the rest of time, really, with sponsorship and the way that deals are structured.
Yeah, I mean, because I've seen the trailer and there's that bit where I think it's Matt Damon who goes to Ben Affleck and is like, I'm betting my whole career on this thing. And he's like, this, because at that point he wasn't Jordan, was he? Like, he wasn't the thing, but he's like, he will be the thing. Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing what he's saying is, obviously he had, what you saw in college. Yeah, exactly. What was the thing that said that this is going to be the guy who's going to, because at that point you're basically saying he's going to be the GOAT.
They explain it very well how. Yeah.
So I want to see, that's the bit I'm really interested in seeing. Just on that, I mean, we won't go deep into it, but has your opinion changed on who the GOAT is with LeBron breaking the record or not?
I don't think I've ever publicly stated this.
I know. So I'm asking you now. Who's the GOAT?
See, I don't like this conversation because I can always make my own narrative in my head. But if I had to pick one, I'd say of this generation, it's definitely LeBron.
When you say this generation, does that include MJ? Is that the same generation?
No. MJ was from like the late 80s to late 90s. That was his era.
But that's not a... What you just said there isn't a hard thing to say. LeBron's obviously the best player right now in generation, so...
No, I'm saying in terms of I don't think people are ever going to hit the levels that LeBron has with the scoring record. I don't think that will be broken by another player, ever. Yeah, because he's still going to play for a couple more years, so he's going to further accelerate it. Yeah, okay. No one's going to break that because you have to stay injury-free for that long.
Like 20 years plus.
And he never had a massive injury.
Right.
Which a lot of other players kind of did. or they bowed out the game like Jordan did for about a year and a half, which puts a massive dent in his potential of breaking that record. So, yeah, problems. And who is it? Kobe had so many injuries, like torn Achilles,
that famous one,
tore his shoulder, not his shoulder, his rotator cuff.
Okay.
So many injuries. So it's just like, well, it's kind of unfortunate for him because I think he could have potentially broken it if he'd stayed injury free because he was obsessive. So go to this era has got to be LeBron.
There you go.
Back in the day, it was definitely Jordan because he was 6-0. He always won.
You understand the term GOAT means greatest of all time. So
I can't pick one, man.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just that you can't pick one. Yeah,
I can't pick one.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the next thing is like, who's your Mount Rushmore? And the Mount Rushmore is like, okay, you
So
can only
that's
have four
four.
people.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you're
choose...
three, and who's the fourth? I know you three are.
Yeah, everyone knows who my three are.
So who's the fourth? Shaq?
Potentially Shaq. But everyone
I keep hearing
says
these videos, they're the most dominant player.
But everyone says to me, oh, it's got to be like Wilt or something like that. But I never watched Wilt.
Yeah.
So I can't say
that's
it
historic,
is
but it's
I never watched him.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, me personally, I love Shaq and how he played. So it's got to be Shaq because he had a massive chip on his shoulder. He didn't win for so many years and he was slated for it.
You're this tall.
And this was during the time when Jordan was on top and he lost a few times and he couldn't seem to get over the hump. All of that. So I have big respect for him.
He's a great actor now.
Actor?
Man, he's funny when he's in these Adam Sandler films.
I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah, the grown-ups, man. He's always there doing his
I haven't
funny
watched it.
roles.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, that new film, man.
But now we're on the concept of it. The playoffs are here and I'm really happy. But it's fucking up my schedule.
Sleep
Schedule. One of my mates is really into it. His name's Suki. He watches the podcast. Shout out to you, bro. I message him a lot about like what happened last night and he'll give me a breakdown because he stays up and watches the games.
So just give context. UK time is?
Like games tip off at 1:30, 3:30 in the morning.
1:30, 2:30, 3:30 or 1:30?
1:30 is one game. 3:30 is another game.
Until?
Like 5:30, 6:00.
Yeah, so that's not conducive to going to work then, is it? So you can't.
No.
So what do you do? You don't do that.
No, I never do it.
Yeah,
he will go to sleep early, wake up for it, and then go back to sleep after, and then wake up for work.
That's a lot of dedication, man.
Yeah,
like he
loves it.
Don't watch highlights.
He loves it. No, I don't mind the extended highlights. I'm okay with that. When it's the playoff like finals, then I'll like, okay, I will grind out this week just to watch the games if I can.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So playoffs are the prequel to deciding which two teams are going to be in the
from
final.
the East and West. Yeah.
The final, yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment there's so many games on. It's the best time because there's so many teams to keep
it's
up
all
with.
competitive. Everyone
It's all competitive. There's so much shit to play for. It's fun, but it's really hard to keep up.
Who won
with.
last year?
Last year was the Golden State Warriors.
How many have they got now?
Steph Curry has won 4 rings.
Oh,
he's
doing
won 4.
well.
He's won 4, yeah.
What's LeBron on? 5. 4. So 4.
LeBron's won
5,
2
6.
with Miami, 1 with the Cavs, and 1 with the Lakers.
It's competitive, man, just for rings.
But it's not all about rings.
It's not. Well, it depends on your metric, isn't it? It's like in tennis.
Well, ring culture. There's a player called JJ Redick. He's basically running his own podcast now, and everyone says single-handedly he saved the NBA from just turning into a place where people jump on and just chat shit, because he's a player who's been through it. He has connections to other players. He has a good podcast. He asks some real honest questions, and he said, "Look, ring culture is ruining the NBA." He said, "Not everyone can win a ring. It's physically not possible. There's only 15 spots on a team." Every year. So there's going to be a wealth of players that just don't simply make the cut and they never get that opportunity. He said you have to make your own sort of barriers and barometer of success. And some players don't want to move from certain places because they don't want to go chasing rings.
Yeah,
Which again, I understand. But you are ultimately kind of decided in barbershops who won the most rings. Did you get the chance to win a ring? All that stuff.
Absolutely, man. It comes down to majors.
And some of those rings are fucking beautiful as well. Have you ever seen them?
I've seen them. Yeah.
So big. And you just look at it and think, wow. Just wow.
I read something else recently. It was about, there's another term that compares GOATs from different disciplines, different sports.
Yes.
I can't remember the term now. But basically, he was saying that Jordan has now been trumped by Tom Brady.
Yeah.
This whole thing. And there's a statement line in there which said winning the NFL is much harder than winning an NFL title is harder to win than an NBA title. I'm not sure how I felt about that. I don't know about the NFL.
See, I don't agree because the NFL only has a really small number of games in the season. In an NBA season, you have 82 games.
That's a lot of games, man.
82 games, and then you have playoff games, which can potentially go best of 7 for 3 rounds. No.
Yeah, game 7. Yeah.
No, hang on. Round 1. So it's 8, 4, 2. Yeah. So it's the top. So it's 16 teams, then 8 teams, then 4 teams, then 2 teams. So you play 4 rounds. That could potentially go to 7 games. That's potentially 28 games you play.
It's a lot.
On top of 82.
It's a lot of games. Yeah. I agree.
So I'm like, that's a different grind. Especially for a star player. Different grind. But if you can be Tom Brady and be that out of shape, physique-wise, and still be classified as the GOAT, I think there's something a bit sus about that. That's just my opinion.
It's interesting to read.
Of course it is. Anyway, tell me about your life. You got one thing to add.
Shindy
Satinder.
and my PT, Jamie,
Yes.
inspired together at the gym.
I hope this ends well. Yeah, go on.
To make me do lunges.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I incorporate leg day. I do a lot of squatting and deadlifting,
Yeah.
but I've never ever done lunge.
Okay.
I've done lunges in my life, but not properly at the gym. So we did some lunges. The next day, I cannot feel my bum.
Okay.
I woke up.
Maybe you should have done them hip thrusts you were telling me about earlier.
I woke up.
Maybe you should have, Karen.
And I was in
Consider.
so much pain. So much pain. Physical, normal walking, not going upstairs, flat surfaces. And I was like, I messaged Jamie, I was like, what the hell has happened to me? I was doing all your weird yoga stretches to try and, work out the kink. The only time I've had this is, when we've got axe throwing and you have to lunge for that. And
Yeah.
I only get it on one side because you lunge on one leg. But oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very effective. Definitely works the gluteus maximus.
Yes.
Bum muscle. We'll definitely be incorporating it because I don't get that same thing when I do.
Anything else?
Yeah, squats. I get more on my quads rather than my bum, and my deadlifts obviously. Yeah,
Depends how you squat.
depends how you squat. Absolutely.
Depends how you deadlift.
Yeah, but I'm definitely working more quad and hamstring on those 2 exercises. I guess I get a little bit of bum, but I'm saying this was for me, this was like an isolation. I was like, damn, man. I was like, so now we're gonna start doing some weighted. Like that was without weights, man.
That was without weights.
That was without weights, man. I just never done it. I was like, damn. So yeah.
Was it forward lunges, just straight single leg lunges?
Yeah. So yeah.
Up and down the gym.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
One side,
yeah,
other
that
side,
does it
one side,
basically.
other side, one side,
Yeah,
other
yeah.
side.
6 times. I was like, I'm just dead.
That's all right, to be fair.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I can't walk, go to
Yeah,
work.
it's fine,
Patients
I'm proud of you, man. Good job. One, two.
So that's been happening with me.
How you feeling now? Okay.
I'm recovered now. I did some extreme stretches. Applied some pressure with a golf ball to certain areas of pain, and that seems to.
How you feel there is how I feel after every time I go to the gym because of how my body is. Just ain't equipped for it. I just accept that's how life is.
My body's not equipped for this.
It's not equipped for it. It just can't handle it. But it's okay. I just accept it. Chalo. That's how it is.
In the life.
Chalo, this is life. This is life.
Chalo.
I'm proud of you. Right, we'll round this out with a different way this week, people. I do want you to like, comment, and share, subscribe. That would be fantastic. But I saw something really cool on Twitter the other day.
Okay.
And the question posed was, it's by James Clear. He has a book called Atomic Habits.
Yes.
Super cool.
Very good.
And he writes some good stuff on Twitter. And what he wrote on Twitter was, what is one important life lesson for life that isn't taught in school, but you want to teach your kids? And the comments in here are fantastic, man.
Okay.
So I'll picked out a few. Let's just scroll through here and just quickly pick one. If you had to pick one off the top of your head, what would you say?
There's 2 things I'd say. I think it's a quote from Winston Churchill. It's something like failure is not final. It's something like failure is not final. It's having the courage to step up and carry on, basically. You got to keep moving forward in life. That's number 1. Shit will happen.
Yeah.
Number 2 is learn about wealth management.
Wealth management.
Yeah, it's not taught in schools. So, if you, it's
Financial literacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I won't explain it. You got it, so it's fine. Those two things, I'd say.
Okay. Okay. So here are a few. Someone did mention something about failure. Failure shouldn't be avoided. It should be embraced. People fear failure because they do not take calculated risks and do not take the time to learn and improve. If you do both, failure will be your biggest accelerator.
Yeah. Failure equals instant feedback. You win. No one really cares about you winning and how you win and why you win. You fail. You'll get the best feedback of your life. Instant.
Some people wrote, just enjoy the journey.
Yes, exactly that. And that's the whole thing about to stop people catastrophizing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a new day. That's the point. Just keep moving.
Effective two-way communication.
2 ears, 1 mouth. So effective communication isn't listening so you can respond. It's listening to understand the other person.
Yeah.
And then speak if there is value. You'll add to the conversation. So yeah.
To be kind.
In a world where you can be anything, be
kind.
kind.
That's a good one, isn't it? What else is there on here that I quite like? Don't put temptation in people's way. Ooh.
Don't put temptation in people's way. That's a good one.
It's very good. I like that. Personal finance, similar to what you said. It's okay to fail, but don't stay being a loser. Learn and step up.
Yep.
Observe, don't judge.
Observe,
That's my favorite one, man. Don't judge, it's true.
It's easy to have opinion and to judge, and it's just like, well, look,
you don't have to have an opinion on everything. You can just look and be like, okay.
Yeah, observe.
And the best way to learn, Karan, is not through theory.
Yeah, practical application. You can hypothesize all you want. What I always say to you, it's my coaching clients, it's an inch of movement is better than a mile of intention.
Yeah.
You ruined it last time, didn't you, with your cough? It was that video, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Inch of movement is better than mile of intention. Yeah. So just go
Cough.
do it. Get feedback. That'll be your best teacher.
I agree.
And there you go.
Check out James Clear, guys. He's put some good shit out everywhere.
Great book, Atomic Habits.
I got it. I need to read it. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Much love. Different way to round it out. Let us know if you thought that was beneficial for you at all. I can sprinkle in a little bit of that at the end of each podcast if you want it. If you don't, that's cool too. If you don't comment, I know you didn't like it. It's that simple.
Did you create that poll?
Which one?
You're going to create?
Which one?
Why do people? Who do people listen to podcasts for? You or me?
I forgot, man.
Good lad. Do it.
Yeah, you think I'm going to memorize this now after this podcast?
No, but you'll do it.
With every other heavy lifting that I'm doing. Yeah.
You spilled the coke. You owe me now. That's it. Done.
I don't owe you, I owe Shindy.
Yeah, same thing. We're the same person.
We need to finish now because she needs to go sleep.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. All right. Love you lots, guys. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.